have completed almost one, but I am not able to connect to routers. I have small doubt in routers.
So simply, likewise, we discuss, right? Two pieces I have taken, and so here by default, the router ports are shutdown state. I believe you know that the router ports are shutdown state by default. So we should have to make it on. So with no shutdown command. So enable config T and interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 and use no shutdown command. So this is what we have to use. After then give the IP address 192.168.1 and give subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Done. This is what do show history. This is what I did. Done. Still doubt. Still, do you have any question?
No, it's done.
This is what, and same thing, right side also you can configure. So just I'll copy and no, not at copy. And if you want, you can same thing right side on you can configure it. If you are facing same issue, then we'll discuss. I hope you clear the doubt. I think
Okay.
so. Here I'm taking.
I have one more doubt. Like instead of going through this like a command prompt, can we use there are in the application we can go there and we can do that?
Though I recommend you don't use the CLI. You are asking about graphical user interface. Assume, but don't use because in real time we don't have the option for these devices GUI mode. So go through only CLI.
Okay.
So here I have taken the diagram likewise. Here we have a port 0 by 1 to 4 will on this will use static mode, static, and here we'll use PAGP, port aggregation protocol. It's a Cisco proprietary and we will use here LACP. So basic lab I'm doing. In that only I have taken the three modes. In that one is statically we have to configure here. One is both are these are the dynamically. These are the dynamic modes and this is a statically. So we'll start on configuring the ether channel, enable and config the and choose the interface range. So here we have a fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. If you want to verify it, can verify it. So these are the ports we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. So whenever you are connecting the ports, it should be matched at both end. If it is mismatch also, it will be happen. So port channel will be not found. So what we'll do, we'll remove this switch and this switch also. Later on, we'll do the same thing. One by one, we'll configure it. So first we are configuring. So from 1 to 4. So channel and group. So by default, here we can able to see 1 to 6 only, but in multi-layer switch up to 45 you can create the groups. But in these layer 2 switches, the minimum ports are there. So port one, group one, I am taking. Mode is, so as we discussed, we have a different modes. So these are the LACP mode and this one also LACP mode. So active and passive. Whenever you are seeing here active mode and passive mode, those are the LACP modes. Here also you can see link aggregation protocol, and these are the two are the PAGP modes. And PAGP means Cisco proprietary. P means always assume like it's a Cisco proprietary, and in Cisco devices only it will be work. And on means It's open stand again. Statically, we are configuring here. No issue. Just use on. So once post will be down and you can check here red color and ports are down. Automatically it goes down. Automatically it will come up. That much only. Config T and config T. Here you can check interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4 and channel group must match. Whichever I have taken here above switch I have taken one. So here must match. So group mismatch means again port channel will be not form. If you are using instead of on, if you are using auto or active or desirable or passive instead of on, so again the ether channel will be not formed. So that is what standard must match. Standard ether channel standard must match. So on nothing. So port will be down and up. Now we can verify. So show IP interface brief. I'll show you what is interfaces. So here you can check. Here you can check port channel one is created. Up to here channel port channel 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 up to here, and this is a number. This is a number. More whichever the number you have taken group number, that is group number. And we have two types of ether channel here. Layer 2 ether channel. Guys, listen properly. How many types of ether channel we have? Two types of ether channel. One is layer 2, another one is layer 3 ether channel. Whenever you are configuring the IP address, that is what layer 3 ether channel. Whenever you are configuring the trunk port or something, that is a layer 2 ether channel. Here also you can verify. So ether channel. So here you can check. Channel status is L2. If you have seen here L2 instead of L3, that is you can assign the IP addresses here. The port channel is automatically up. So these are the ports where we configure it. So if you want, you can check show running configuration. So here you can check interface first Ethernet 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4. These are the on. Mode is on. So this is what some more troubleshooting commands. So show ether channel and give the question mark, you will verify it. And load balancing. So this is what load balancing and MAC addresses. You can check here MAC addresses, non-IP MAC addresses, and source MAC addresses. It means it's a L2 and this one is the L3 IP addresses came based on that. So again, so ether channel. Now we'll use here port channel. Which port channel we configured here? How many ports are there? So here you can check mode is on. So every port you can visible. So this is a command ether channel port channel, ether channel port channel. Here we have taken the group 1 and age of this 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Just now we created. You can verify the age also here. Hours also, days also, everything is visible. How many days before you established ether channel? So logical slots are there and number of ports, 4 ports are there we configured. And here don't confuse it. On means is a Cisco devices, right? Cisco packet tracer. That is the reason sometimes it will be show you like PAGP protocol. Don't confuse. It is Cisco proprietary. That is the reason Cisco devices, Cisco packet tracer. That is the reason it will be look like, but in real time it won't look likewise. So port security is disabled. We haven't configured port security. That is the reason it's showing. So mode is on. Here you can verify it. Mode is on. Just so some more comments. So ether channel and summary. So these are the ports. These are the summary ports. Port channel. So if you want to check show interface port channel which we configured mode. Here which we configured here, you can check groups are there 1 to 48. Our group is 1. So so here you can check. Speed is now, don't confuse half duplex, it will be look like only, but here it will be act as like full duplex only. The Mbps is 400 it is showing. Each one having 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. So here you can check. Fast Ethernet 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. These are the members. These are the channel members. So that is the reason we can increase our speed also. We can increase our bandwidth also. We can increase our bandwidth also. This is what. So statically we configure. If you want to check, show CDP, neighbor Cisco Discovery Protocol, and it's a Cisco Discovery Protocol. You can check. So it's a port 1 and switch. This is a switch. So fast Ethernet 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. Physical connectivities. It, it is the best option. We can verify our neighbor, whichever the neighbor. Here you can check the port also. It is available. This is a port through connected. Port 1 to port 1. Port channel 1 to port channel 1. So show IP interface. Show interface status. So here you can check port channel. One is connected. We haven't configured that is a trunk port or something. So if you want to configure trunk port, config the interface port channel. Now you take port channel group is 1. So switch port mode trunk likewise, and this switch also will configure likewise. So exit from here and interface port channel 1 and switch port mode. Successfully this port has like L2 ether channel. Now we can verify show spanning tree. So here you can check only one port is visible. So here we have four physical ports, but sometimes you can check the four also. Don't confuse that time. So the media is type is share media. Yes, that time you can see point to point. If you want, you can connect one more port and check 0 by 5. And the port mode is show spanning tree. Now use. So here point to point is there. Here you can check share media. Type is share. Here point to point. Again, the port is alternate blocking port, blocking state. We have again loop will be occurred. That is what spanning tree. That is what removing. So again show spanning tree. Now check share media and this is the root bridge. Show spanning tree. You can check. This is a root bridge. Switch is root bridge. So we'll remove this fifth port. Sorry. Okay, done. 0 by 5 is gone, right? Instead of that, another port gone. Huh? If you want, you can verify from here also. Show IP interface brief. So 0 by 5 is down means the ports are not assigned, not configured, not connected to anyone. So we'll connect now. Now we'll use two more switches. One more switch. It's a PAGP and this one is a LSCP. PAGP configuration and LSCP. Here we'll use PAGP and this one is LSCP. So 1 0 by 5, 0 by 2, 6, 7, 3, 2. Okay. First we'll configure PAGP here. So config T interface for range. We'll do take the range fast Ethernet 0 by 5 to 8. and channel group is here. I have taken one for on and statically I configured, and second for the PAGP, and mode is here we have desirable and auto mode. If auto you configure, then it will be not from the ether channel. If passive configure, then also not from. In passive is LSCP mode. So I'll configure here desirable. Above one is desirable and below one is auto. So in this one is PAGP, the desirable, and PAGP auto. So PAGP desirable. So one port downs and up. So here we'll configure interface enable config interface range fast ethernet 0 by 1 to 4, and channel group which I have taken in the top, which group I have taken the number, tell me. Channel group is
4 to 8.
1 to 8 on this top of which I have taken here. Channel group
4 to 8, right? 2.
2 I have taken. So here it must match, the channel group is must match. Mode is, so desirable I have taken here. I will take here auto. If you are taking auto means the ether channel not fin form. If you are taking instead of desire auto means auto to desirable also, then form. So here I'll take auto. So it will be take 45 seconds. Show spanning tree. So all the ports are alternate. One port is root. So show spanning tree. So here you can verify channel is not formed. Show spanning tree. So now port came up, you can check. So it will take the reason of spanning tree. It will be take 45 seconds. So here port 1 and port 2. So because of this is not a root bridge. That is the reason you can check here. It's a listening state. No, it won't the listening state. It won't take. It should have the forwarding state because the direct connectivity is not there. Wait for 4 seconds. So here we can check. It's forwarding state only. If it is not root bridge also, this is a not root bridge. This one is a root bridge. The connectivity in between, if the connectivity likewise is there, then it will be root bridge means this is the DP and this one also DP. This is the root port and this one is the blocking port. Likewise, it will be happening. So we'll check the PAGP ether channel. So ether channel summary. So here we can verify the PAGP configured 0 by 5, 0 by 6, 0 by 7, 0 by 8. So likewise. So ether channel load balancing is same, it will be show. So same thing and show ether channel and summary. I have checked. Show ether channel port channels. So here these are desirable and these are on mode. Here we can verify it. One more thing, one more will configure. It's a LACP. Quickly will configure. Config tree. Now ports are 9, I think. Interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 0 to, so 0 by 9 to 12, and channel Group 3 I'll take now. 1, 2 finished and 3. And mode is, here we'll take the passive mode. This is a PAGP passive mode, and here we have a active mode. If active is there, then only ether channel will form. If passive is there, no form. It will be not form the ether channel. One is active, another one is passive. Then also it will be form the ether channel. You can try it both and put it as a passive. Then try it what ether channel will form or not. You can check. That is your assignment also. So here I'll take active. Actively it will form. And if you want to allow the trunk configure, sorry, interface port channel 3 and switch port mode trunk. That much only. Trunk is established. Now we'll configure here in this switch, LSP switch, and enable config key interface range is fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. And now wait. Now move to channel group. Channel group 3 must match and mode must match. What is active I have taken, now passive I'll take. You can check. So again, trunk config T, sorry, interface port channel 3, enter and switch port mode trunk. That much only. Now you can check show spanning tree. So wait for its learning state. Learning state. Learning state. We'll check here. Show spanning tree. Listening. Listening state. Here, though these are the share media. Ports are show spanning tree. So ether channel will check form or not. So here you can check. This is the L2 ether channel and mode is on. It should have to show. So ether channel summary. See, these are the ports. It's a switch, the top of switch. So these are the ports are connected on mode, and this is a PAGP mode, and this is the LSCP mode. So interface port channel, whichever interface, two I'll take now. Let's check the speed also 400. So these are the ports. Show IP interface brief. So three ports I have assigned here. These are the three ports, ether channels, three ether channels formed. This is all about the basic configuration, how to configure it. And the next scenario we'll discuss. If you have any questions on top of that, let me know. If you have any questions, and we'll configure it here two scenarios. One is for L2 and port channel, another one is L3 port channel. How in real time it will be happen, how the real time will use. Just we configure here till, oh, sorry. First we'll configure 1, 2, 3, 4 ports and one port and second port. We'll configure here L2 Ether channel. I believe you know how to configure assign the IP addresses to PCs. There we have two types of assigning. One is statically, another one is dynamical, DSCP through. So believe this you can take as a VLAN 10 and this one also VLAN 20. Here we have VLAN 10 again, and this one is a different floor. You can assume different. These are the different PCs, different floor PCs, different floor departments. So here you can check the ports are amber color. It means it's a road bridge, and these are the it's a non-root bridge. If you want to, you can check with show spanning tree command. Enable show spanning tree. So here you can check this bridge is it's not a root bridge. So root bridge is different. Show spanning tree. So this one is a root bridge in this topology. So this one is a root bridge. That is the reason the ports are green color. So these are the DP ports. Okay, anyway. So we'll configure. This is a port 1, means port channel 1, and this one is a port channel 1. So physically we'll configure likewise. So it's a logical ports. Logically we'll configure. So how? Just move. Here we'll use PAGP mode. It means it's proprietary. Config T. Wherever, whichever the standard you can take your wish, but standard should be matched. Standard should have to match. Otherwise, the port channel will be not found. So here we'll take this is a desirable mode, and this one also desirable. If you want, you can take it. This one is a auto also you can take, no issue. If both and auto is there, then it will be not found. You can try it auto, make it as a auto, then remove the commands. If you want, we'll verify also. Here I am configuring auto mode as we discussed. So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. I have forgot to take a range. Just use array. So channel group. Here you can check 1 to 48. So I am taking 10, and instead of 10 to something 25. So mode is auto I'll take. So same thing I'll configure here also. Config T do show history. So 10 minutes left, rejoin again. So here I took this command only. Same thing, copy and paste here. Same interfaces are there. So here also auto mode, paste. So here also auto mode. If I'll hit enter also, ether channel will not form. So you can check, still it will be wait. STP is working, ether channel will be not formed. Show spanning tree, listening, learning state, ether, you can check show IP interface brief command. So here, port channel is here showing, but not up. Not up. It is not showing up because here also auto mode, here also auto mode. If you want, show channel, so ether channel summary. With this command, we can verify it. PAGP mode is there and show ether channel port channel, which port channel we have taken. So here PAGP. So it is not farming, not showing. Disabled. So disabled it's showing. Nothing. Start from the port. So instead of the desirable auto mode, instead of that, we have to take something different. Conflicting desirable. Otherwise, one side is desirable, one side is auto. Ether channel interface. So auto instead of I'll take a mode is desirable. So again, the ports are went down. Red color is there. Now you can check. Show IP interface brief. Now you can check the port channel came up. Still the ports are down, but it is showing up because the logical interface always it will be up only because successfully configured standard mode. That is the reason it is showing. So config T. Earlier we did here L2 ether channel. I'll show you how we'll configure L3 ether channel. So in interface port channel, which number I have taken here 25, that much only, and use no switch port command. Why I am using? Basically, the switch port modes are L2. So use this command and give the IP address 192.168.1.10.2 and 255.255.255.0. Give the IP address. No need to use no shutdown command. Here also same thing I'll do. So exit from here and interface port channel 25 and no switch port command and IP address is here 192.168.10.1 and give the IP address 255.255.255.0 and you can check show channel ether channel. So here you can verify it's a L3 ether channel. Just I have given the IP address show IP interface brief. So you can check here what I told. If you can see here IP address that is a ether channel of L3 ether channel. So we have two types of ether channel. One is L1, sorry, L2 and L3. L2 is work based on the MAC addresses where we can configure trunk. If you are seen here IP addresses, that means it's a L3 ether channel. Two types of ether channel mostly we have. So earlier the trunk port we configured here. Show interface trunk. Show interface trunk. Here you can check port 1, port 2. Here it is showing. I forget to configure here ether channel. So that is the reason it's not showing. Config T. So yeah, gone. So that is what here you can check the trunk port means that is a L2 ether channel. If you see here the port IP addresses, it means it's a L3 ether channel. So interface trunk is not allowed. Trunk is not established here. No, not a trunk. You can verify. If you want to allow a trunk is in between switches. In access switches, we have to configure the trunk mode. So ether channel. So L3 ether channel and PAGP I have configured and group number is 25. And which ports I have configured? Show ether channel summary. So these are the ports I have configured. And show spanning tree. Here the port is not visible because that is L2 only. A spanning tree is L2 protocol. That is the reason port also gone. Port channel is gone. Earlier you can see visibly here. So spanning tree. Here if you want to check, it's a L2 ports only it will be visible. In L3 it won't work. Port channel is not working. It's a L3 port. No ether channel we configured as L3. Based on the IP addresses, it will be based on the routing protocol, it will be work now. You can assign any routing protocol, it will work. But speed is we increased. So interface port channel 25. So we have increased our speed. Why it not showing 400? Maybe some reasons, but it should have to show. Okay, it will be load balancing. That time it will be taken as a 100, I think so. Okay, no issue. It is not showing, only IP address it is showing. So it's a L3 Ether channel. So Ether channel, load balancing, so same thing. So based on the MAC address, based on the IP address, based on the port number, it will be big bar. So Ether channel, this is all about Ether channel. If you have any questions, ask me. So if you want to configure, you can configure it. We'll configure it tomorrow otherwise. If you try to do the lab, here we learn configure and access ports and configure as a trunk port and give the some here instead of 10 you can take as a 30 and here you can take 40 and configure the different IP addresses. Here 192.168.30.10. If you are taking 30.10 means give the IP address for this VLAN 30. IP address is here VLAN 30 IP address is 1 and VLAN 40 IP address is here VLAN 40 IP address is here 40.1. Same thing here you can write and give the IP addresses for the VLANs interface virtual interfaces. Apart from that, use the default routing, whichever we configured earlier. So same thing here, VLAN 10 IP address like 192.168.10.1 and here VLAN yesterday we did I think so 20 and IP address 192.168. Create virtual interfaces SVAs. Try to configure. If you are not getting, tomorrow we'll discuss. So here use default route. So same access port. These are the access port, and this one is a trunk port. This one is a trunk port. If you have any questions, ask me. This is also trunk port. This one is the access ports. Try to do this lab and take a screenshot. If you have any questions, anyone, ask me. Guys, I'm audible and we'll configure that tomorrow. These labs will see. If you have any questions, ask me. Otherwise, we'll